What is going on, everybody? Hey, Monty here with another episode, another edition of Hey, Chill, It's Just a Podcast. We're here with another week, another day, another episode. Last few weeks, we've been having quite a few guests, man. Quite a few guests. Like, pretty dope ones, too, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it has been inspiring, gotta tell you, because I want to say, in the last week, I've had a lot of really cool experiences. I've been in the room with a lot of cool people, a lot of dope names, you know what I'm saying? And it's been inspiring me, man. I want to keep it going, keep it moving and grooving. So we're staying on a positive note. We're here with another week. What up, guys?
What's good?
How we feeling? We here with a new guest today, Mr. CC. How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling.
Doing all right?
Mm-hmm.
So we going to get to know him a little bit today. Y'all know how this goes. You feel me? Ed, Tay, how y'all feeling, man?
High. High as hell. But I'm chasing the mellow boat.
There
you know
you
what I'm saying?
Chasing
The mellow boat is about to come, and
I mean, at
right
least he
there.
might not be so vicious. I don't know. 'Cause
Yeah,
you be
yeah, yeah,
vicious,
yeah.
you
Nah,
feel
I
me?
don't know. I feel like he only vicious when there's women on the couch.
Nah.
why you calling me a sharp? I'm not a sharp. I'm
Sharp.
not. Or what's them people that be dissing the girls on the podcast? That tall Indian looking dude and that black one dude, and they be dissing. What's that podcast called? They're like the most hated podcast.
Are you
You
talking
know
about that
what?
real
I
fat
think I
dude who
know-
just
I
uses
think I
mad
know what
freaking
you're talking
sounds?
about,
I
but
hate that guy.
I don't
No,
know
no,
what
no,
that's
not him.
Do they
called.
have a
hate
foreign
that
accent?
guy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I
That is-
can't
that shit is
stand
kinda
that freaking
funny,
guy.
I'm not
It's
gonna
just
lie.
like he's just like screaming in the mic, and they have like stage mics, and he's just like screaming in it, and then just like clicking sounds every 2 seconds. It's just so fucking annoying.
Talking about ugly.
I think so. Yeah.
That's
I don't
fucked
know.
up. It be segments though. You got to see what them women be saying, bro. Them
No,
broads be
I
stupid.
totally agree. They say the stupidest shit, but it's just like their responses are just like, what are we getting? What are we doing here? Like, how is anybody gonna get anything from this?
I think it's just the funny aspect
Really,
of it.
it's
Like he has
reality TV.
Yeah, it's
a
just the
gimmick with it,
reactions.
and it's like, oh, he does it real fast. Then he hits you with the buzzer, and then the girls be like, they be looking crazy
Yeah.
dumbfounded.
Well, I mean, you can't really say anything in that position, like, because again, when you have somebody who's screaming pretty much at the top of his lungs and just clicking sounds over and over and over, what are you gonna say? Like, I at that point, me personally, in that point in the conversation, I'm just like, all right,
Okay.
bro, you got it.
Well, that's kind of the point of. I feel like that's the point of why he does it, because he'll do it when he says something that they're about to like retort to, and so he just starts playing all these random sounds just to like drown them out, and then they're just like, oh, okay, and then he says his piece, and
I mean,
but it is stupid.
it's
I
like he's
think
just
it's
trying
kinda
to be the
funny.
loudest one in the room, and to me, a lot of the shit he says is just retarded. I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
But the general point of it, I don't do that to women. Dudes don't come up
you
here.
made somebody walk off and cry.
That's
Thank
different.
you.
And really, and you got to say, the dudes that come on here,
Wait, here?
Yes.
What'd you do?
it was a while. It was a
He
while
just
back.
wouldn't
It-
stop.
He was just
stopped.
being dickhead Ed times a million, and
Oh,
she
no.
literally
She said some-
cried and walked
She
off.
said some wild, ridiculous.
No,
She
she
really
actually
didn't
didn't.
really
didn't
You
think
just
about
didn't
it.
want to listen to what she was saying. This is what happened. The girl was telling a story about how, like, she was just saying, like,
talking about something personal. Or
yeah,
Right.
talking about something personal, and then she had asked the question, so if somebody you knew had AIDS, would you not fuck with them anymore? Was pretty much what she was trying to ask.
Mhm.
And this motherfucker took that shit to another level. The clip ended up going viral on Facebook, right?
Oh.
And like 95% of the comments was all just like, yep, she has HIV. Yep, shit, she has HIV.
Yeah.
Because they,
Yeah,
one, they
light
didn't
her
see the
ass
full
up.
context of what happened, and two, because of just him being dickhead. But
Nah,
it
but we're
was
all
a
good now.
pretty,
But that
it was
just
an
goes
ugly
to
situation.
show how large of society are just freaking idiots.
That's-
Honestly, because
eating them up.
Well, a lot of it,
because
too-
Ed be playing off of people's ignorance. If we're being completely honest,
A lot of it is just like people aren't getting the full context of what's happening.
exactly.
And so when you're not getting the full context of what's happening, you're just going to go based off of what you're seeing in that small clip. And then that's just everybody's narrative. So, and that's how shit gets clipped all the time. Politics, everyday life, clips, just everything, man. So it's social media these days, and
Do
people have a
your
short attention.
research.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. But anyway, all right, so man, let's get into it, man. So CC, give
So-
me, before we get too deep into it, give me just a general basis of who you are and what you do.
I'm CC, man. I'm a Virginia Beach artist. I really just be chilling, working in the studio. I've been taking these past like 4 or 5 months, really locking in on like my production and like audio engineering. I've been learning a bunch of new shit, just to like expand my skill set and like make my music better.
Like what? Give us the little.
Just like I'm literally starting from scratch in like the whole realm of production and audio engineering. So I got I'm with Innate Music Group now. So I got signed to them.
Is that what their group is called? With Sin
Yeah,
and all
we
that?
were. Yeah,
Yeah,
with Sin
it's
and everybody. Yeah, it's,
Dude, I
That's
did
why when he
not.
said he was
This whole
around a bunch
time
of
I've been
old
trying
heads,
to.
I
I
figured-
asked multiple times what their group collective name was. I never got an answer.
You didn't know
yeah,
that?
bro. It's
No.
Innate.
Weird.
Innate Entertainment.
Innate
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Respect.
But so I've been with them the past like 5-6 months, and we work out a Flagship. And ever since I've been there, they've been teaching me just like the basics of everything. I sit down with our lead engineer and our lead producer, and like I record, I mix. I've just been practicing.
They have a real good setup over there. They got multiple studios over there. It's
Yeah.
definitely a dope
Mhm.
environment for sure, and a lot of dope people in there who are like very creative. First of all, secondly, very talented. You know, and very serious about the work. What is like going over there? How has that like really affected your skills as an artist? Like,
Well, before even being there, I knew nothing about like any of the stuff I'm learning now. I barely knew, like, let's put it this way, like before I started going to the studio and working with them, I was just the guy who was like scouring YouTube for hours, just downloading beats and then writing to them. That was it. Now I can like create my stuff from scratch. I can sample. I feel like I can really make what I hear in my head. I can
Yeah.
like put it on, or I can like put it on paper, so to speak.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, it's just been a really cool experience going from like knowing nothing about it to now like it's almost second nature because I've just
Mhm.
been doing it so much. It's really cool.
What have you come to enjoy the most?
Honestly, mixing has been my favorite.
Feel it.
Mixing is so fun to me. Just like listening over and like making it just making everything sound better. Like that's like when you really make the song.
Yeah, it's the most important part of the entire record. To be honest, I think the mix is literally the most important part.
I think that's my problem. When I'm creating a beat, I don't dabble into the mixing part at all. And everything sounds terrible to me.
Well, it's also like it's taking everything in steps too, because like you got to think you're brand new to this shit. And
Yeah.
So how, like, when you first started going over there, right? What did you start with first? Like, did they just throw you in the mix of doing everything in one day, or did you start
No.
making beats first and then start mixing, or vice versa, whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they started me off making beats, and they showed me how to use like Splice and
Yep.
stuff.
Mhm.
That's what
So I
all the
use
time.
I use that a lot. I love Splice.
Slice is my best friend.
But that's kind of just how I was doing it at first, just seeing what sounds I liked, putting them together in FL Studio. That was pretty much it at first. But now, since learning more, I can like kind of go away from using like the Splice sounds and like start making my own
Making
stuff.
your own sounds. Yep. Yeah, I use Splice for a lot of shit too, bro. Like, especially like, cause it depends on the project too. You know, cause certain projects you just can't, cause you know sampling, there's certain limitations and all that type of stuff. You know, and especially going into the music sync world where I'm really trying to get into, can't really use a lot of that shit. You use like one shots, but you can't use loops. You know,
Right.
so that can be frustrating to transition to, like trying to get the same sounds that the loops can give you. You know, but it's definitely a fun adjustment. Music theory. Have you learned any music theory in this entire process?
Not that I could like explain to you.
Should. You should.
Yeah.
I would-
I know I need to. It's
it's a little bit of a grind to like learn because you gotta like either buy a book about music theory and like
Right.
really study that book, or just use YouTube and Google and
Yeah.
Reddit and just all these different things that you can use online. I don't ever use just one thing. I'm always looking for different sources, different forums. Like YouTube has always been a big help, but I did find a couple of videos on YouTube that taught a lot about music theory. And then there's other tools, you know, that you can also use. But I would just say, as a getting into the production and engineering world, definitely touch up on basic music
Yeah,
theory.
I definitely
you know?
plan on like getting more into that and really learning it. So the producer I work with, Cheek, he put me onto this guy on YouTube called Wavy Wayne, and
I think I've heard of Wavy Wayne.
yeah, he does like a lot of like production tutorial type videos, or like he does like production mixing, like everything really. And just depending on what you watch and like what subject he's talking about, he'll get into like some of the theory of it as well.
Yeah.
So I've been hearing and learning stuff, but I haven't like been dialing in like just on music theory. Like I'll see it and I'll hear it where I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know for me it was one of those things that I took like a week to just kind of really digest, and I took like, I remember I started watching YouTube videos, and then I'd start like training type like training chords and stuff, and then I would watch more videos, and I would just do that over the course of a week for a couple hours a day. Like didn't dedicate my entire life to it, but it was like a couple hours a day with just a little bit, and it helps to learn like the basics of the chords and chord progressions and like keys and relative keys and all that simple stuff, just the basics, you know what I'm saying? It'll definitely take your productions to a whole nother level. I promise you that, especially working in FL. It'll be very easy to start understanding how to like maneuver shit and like change your keys and chords and all this stuff to just really adjust. It was just definitely worth it, you know what I mean? So tell me about your background as like in music. Like, were you in music as a kid? Did you do choir and anything, band? Tell me about that.
All of that. So I've really just been around music since I was born. The church I grew up in, they put me in the kids choir, and they were like, oh, he can kind of sing. And so I just ended up singing throughout church growing up, doing shows and stuff like that. Then I got to middle school, and I was already doing it in church, like being a part of the choir. So I joined the choir in middle school, then just kept at it, and I just really liked singing. So that was like, I just kept with it throughout the whole process. And then the high school I went to Salem, and we had the Music and Arts Academy out there. And so I got to be a part of that. And that was like a whole different sort of choir experience. We got to like travel and do shows and competitions and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was
You were
really
in it.
cool. Like stuff
And you
like
didn't learn no music theory and any of that shit?
I'm pretty sure you learned it.
I did
You just
kind
didn't
of. I
retain
just
it.
didn't really. Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
I didn't really soak it in for real.
That's the
Like,
thing.
because while I was in the music academy, I had to take a music theory class. Like it was a basic music theory class, and we weren't paying attention.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
That was me in middle school too, and I was like, because I had to take like an intro to music class, and like the first few weeks was all just like music theory. I didn't pay no attention. I was just trying to learn how to play the keys a little bit.
I
only
feel
learned how
like
to
once
play
you
one
start
song the whole
to
year.
get back into it again, it starts to become muscle memory again. It starts
Yeah.
to come back to you, and you're like, oh yeah, I knew this. Okay,
Yeah.
and then you just start to flow back into it.
Yeah,
yeah,
keys you just gotta play a lot.
Yeah, keys you do have to play a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing. I definitely need to learn the keys. I have a keyboard at home. I just don't practice.
So, did you ever have like a solo church choir, high school?
What do you mean?
Like, were
Like,
you
did you
ever
have a solo?
Did you ever sing a solo?
Oh, did I do solos? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. How was it to do your first solo? When were you? How old were you? Where was it?
My first solo? Oh man, okay. My first solo was in church, and we were doing a missions banquet event, and we had like a bunch of international missionaries all come to the church, and we would like throw a dinner, and they would talk about like, you know, their stuff that they were doing out there and like how they were helping the community and stuff like that. And while we were there, I was supposed to perform a song for the banquet, and there was another guy there. His name was Scott. He grew up in the church like me. He was a bit older, so he knew me when I was like a child, and he was sort of like an uncle to me. And he was singing, and he performed a song right before me. And for some reason, him going up there and doing that, he was really good. He's a great singer. But when he went up there and did that, it made me really nervous to follow up after him. And I was like, that was the first time I'd really had like any sort of stage fright, because I'm used to being up there, like doing it with the choir and everything, but I wasn't really doing it by myself like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then to follow up his like really good performance, it just made me nervous. And I was still a kid when this was going on. So it was an experience. Yeah.
I had a similar experience
definitely.
when I was in 9th grade. I had a solo for choir, and there was this guy, Jared Decker. I remember him. He was just like one of those like super choir kids who were just really good at everything music. You know what I mean? And he did his solo to the song before me, and he just killed it, fucking killed it. And then I was the very next song following, and so I was super nervous coming up, because I was like, dang, I can't top this, like, and I was super nervous, and I did not do anywhere near as well as he did. I'm not gonna lie, because that dude was just mad talented. But yeah, I definitely was just like, oh fuck. So I definitely can relate.
When can you remember a performance when you no longer had that nervousness?
After that, I was good. I can't really recall another time I had that sort of experience. I just don't really, it didn't really bother me anymore after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell me about your experiences performing your own music. Like for the first time performing your own music, what was that like for you?
That was really cool. We did a backyard show at
Love it.
Utopia Feni, and so one of the first songs I ever made was called Coastin', and it was with my boy Soda Pop, and he goes by Nsefi now, but back then he was Soda Pop, and it was this sort of like summertime vibe kind of song, and we were just chilling, and we made it on like GarageBand at his house. And so I performed that for the first time at Utopia. That was really fun, and it was a good time. Like it wasn't really nothing crazy. Like they were vibing. Like I wasn't killing the crowd or nothing, so it was good.
I know that can be. Do you practice at all your performances?
Yes, I kind of. I practice the song. I always do the song. I memorize most of my music, just so I can like do it on the spot. But as far as like actually planning out like how I'm gonna move or what I'm gonna do, I haven't really started doing that until recently. So like back then I was just like listening to the song on the way there, like rapping it in my car or whatever. Yeah.
I learned practicing, actually rehearsing definitely is like a difference maker. Because I know like when I first started and we would rehearse all the time, like we would kill shows, and then as I got older through time and I didn't rehearse anymore, my performances got weak as fuck. I don't even like to really perform anymore, to be honest. It's just so much work. Like
I love performing, man. It's just like
I give them 5 minutes, I'm out.
No, it's so fun. Like once, like I don't know. It's just I'm a big guy, so like I'm not like up there jumping around and shit, you know. Like I'm trying to vibe and just like bop really. And sometimes it's hard for me to like remember to do that when I'm up there, because I'm so focused on like just rapping the song and making sure they hear me and like understand what I'm saying. And it kind of like puts me in a standstill, and I'm just like standing up there, not moving, not doing nothing, but I'm just rapping. And at first I thought that was fine, and I was like, it's not supposed to be about, like, they're supposed to hear me. I want them to hear what I'm saying. But now I've learned that like you gotta have some sort of like visual to go along with it.
You do. You don't have to be bouncing off the walls, but you do have to have good like charisma on stage.
Right.
You know, you got to know how to kind of command the stage, command the crowd, and it just takes like present skills.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Just stage skills and just practice. You know, in my opinion. So we've had a lot of digestion here. Ed, you've been quiet. I know how you do. You like to kind of intake all the information and then you just kind of have something to say. And I think now's the time.
Well,
for
this
you to
time,
do that. Well, I know you've already had.
Yeah. So I'm
you know.
letting y'all get to know him as well. You know what I'm saying? So
Got you.
I think
Well, do you
that's-
have any questions or anything that you would like to add right while we're here?
are we out of the origin story for y'all? Like y'all caught up to speed a little bit?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
What's new, brother? What you got going on, man?
New, really just like I said, like just been in the studio practicing my production and all that. That's really all I've been doing, going to work and just getting in the studio.
The reason why I asked that is because last time I seen you was probably what I would say almost 6, maybe 8 months ago.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a while
Almost
ago.
a half a year.
Yeah.
And when we first met, I was like, dude makes dope music. Fire artist, has a sound for music. You know what I'm saying? But you go to his page or you see the clips he does have,
Yeah.
and it was just like the energy wasn't there, the confidence wasn't there. Every time we would ask you something, I'll get to it. Oh, I'm thinking about it. Oh yeah, I want to, I just haven't. But now I've been watching you, and everything that you said you wanted to do or you wanted to learn or try, you're doing it now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of you. Cause like I told them earlier, and I was like, oh, we got CC. I was like, oh, I know CC. I was like, he camera shy, but once you get it out of him, his whole personality comes out and everything. And it's just dope to see somebody evolve themselves that much in a short period of time. So I gotta give you your flowers on that one, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Dang. I fixed the voice mod shit for the soundboard. I had to update it. I didn't know that all this time.
But you ain't use it still, so.
No, I had to re-download all the sounds and I have to reprogram them all. So I started re-downloading a bunch, but I didn't program them yet. But
What was the
I'll
point
try
of
to.
him telling us that if it wasn't programmed?
I don't know. It was like a filler episode.
Okay, as
It
long
was
as
just
you
me
were
telling
in the
y'all that
same-
I'm gonna get this shit up and running again.
I think it's because you made the sound and he was like, oh, well, let me update.
Yeah,
because it
but
made me
it's-
think about it, and I was like, dang, I could have had the audience thing, and I could have been like,
Yeah, but you don't, so you should have kept that a secret.
How do you feel about music right now in the 757? Like, have you noticed the difference? Have you seen any change? Like,
I mean, I think so. Yeah, I definitely think so. I've met so many people these past few months. Like this is probably the most I've ever been involved with like the music scene out here. This is probably the amount of time that I've met the most music minded people ever. And so like it's definitely good to know that I'm not the only one who appreciates music out here as much as I do. I've met a lot of people who share the same mindset and like are just stupid talented. Like it's so cool. I never realized. I knew there was good music out here, and I knew there was talented people out here, but I didn't realize it was like that. Like it's like everywhere I go. So like more of these events that I've been going to and more stuff I'm doing, I'll always either meet someone that's dope, or I'll see someone that I've seen before that's dope at the event. Like everyone seems to know somebody,
yeah,
and like it all just like
pretty much around here, yeah.
like interconnects, and it's really cool.
Pretty much everybody around here is somehow connected in some way, shape, or form. Like that's the thing about the scene around here is like in a like a weird way, we all know each other. Like everybody is kind of connected in a weird way, but we're also disconnected at the same time.
No
you know?
Diddy.
She just
Sorry,
had to.
I had
She
to.
had to. It was a moment.
It was.
It was a transactional moment right now.
Talking
This
about.
is exactly
You
what
don't
we're
gotta
talking
say
about.
that shit
I can't
all
give
the
one
time.
fucking
Gotta say it all the
moment.
time.
I
You
can't
don't
give
have
one.
to say
I had
it.
to do it. It's a flagship thing.
No, it's not a.
She was like,
not a flagship.
she was like, homie's about to have a great moment. In 3, 2, 1. No more.
Ruin it. Yep. Ruin it all. Good
Sorry.
job.
Okay.
And then, of course, I lose my train of thought.
But to bring it back, I definitely agree with you and Monty just said. Like, it's slowly becoming a unit. All the hate talk, all the
Yeah.
people not working together, it's the narrative is starting to change. Just like everything else in the world, any problems you have out there for the listeners, things take time. And over time, things get better as long as you work on them. And people have been putting in work, obviously. So shout out to the 757 as well.
So, well, tell me about, like, how did you get, like, connect with them over there?
So my boy Marcel,
Drug deal.
Wow.
Whoa.
No, I'm
Not
sorry.
exactly. He had met he either met CYD or Cheek or Sin at like a music event out somewhere, and one day he just told me about it and he was like, hey, I met this producer at an event and I brought your name up and he wants to hear some of your stuff. And so I was like, all right, cool. So we meet at the studio, and it's Cheek, our lead audio engineer. And so like I meet him, say what's up, and he was like, all right, play me your shit. And so I literally just sat there and played him every single piece of music I've ever made. I've showed him all of my stuff, the good, the bad, or the stuff I thought was shit and the stuff I thought was good. I showed him everything. And from there he listened. He didn't really give much tell to what he was thinking. He was just listening to it, and then next thing you know, he called the lead producer, CYD. He was like, hey, I got this guy here, come listen to this. And so CYD came, he listened to it, they like it, and then like it was just kind of like one thing led to another, and then I ended up meeting Sin, and from there we just started working.
It's like a domino effect of
Mhm.
greatness.
Usually
Yeah.
what happens, in those type of situations, it can turn into a domino effect. That's why I
Definitely.
was just explaining to y'all outside how I'm pretty sure I watched somebody get their shit placed the other day. It was just it's a domino
That
effect.
was
of,
cool.
Like
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
to get to this person, and then you get to this person, and then you get to this person, and now you're placed. And that's pretty much what happened. You went to one person, they told that person about you, then you went over there, and then that person heard your shit, and then he was like, now you gotta hear this shit.
Mhm.
And then that other person heard that shit, and now you're in there. You know what I'm saying? It's all just about taking the opportunities, connecting, open-minded situations, not thinking you're better than everybody, and then you can be into some pretty solid situations. Because I'll say, them motherfuckers over there, they solid. They really
Yeah,
are
man.
solid. And I
Solid.
like
I
I
love
like
working
what
with
they're
them.
doing for the fact that they're willing to take somebody in who's coachable
Mhm.
and like willing to learn and teaching them. Like,
Right.
all right, well, you want to make music? Well, come and learn how to do it.
Yeah, I
You know?
really love that about them. They're not just like they're not just looking for the talent that's already there. They're looking for people they can like refine and make better. Like, and I just really appreciate all they've done these
Yeah.
past couple months for me. Like music wise, I've learned so much and gotten to do like way more stuff just because of them. So it's really awesome.
Well, I'll say, as somebody who's worked with far too many people at this point in his career, some people are just not fun to work with because they don't want to listen to anything you gotta say. And when you're working with people like that, it just makes it non-enjoyable. It makes the entire job non-enjoyable. So it's nice to be able to work with people that it's like you can be like, oh, well, we should try it this way, or like they can coach you through something that you don't know what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
but you have people who do, and it can be very frustrating, what I mean? But for real, if you're not hip to that situation over there, y'all should get hip, because those are some fire people over there, man, and they've got a lot of cool creatives. It was dope doing those sessions. Me and her's been going to a few of them, and
Mhm.
fucking like the last one we went to, we got the bass guitar in that bitch. Dude had his keyboard set up. We was, what I'm saying, jam
Shout
session
out to
type
Ty.
shit. So it was definitely a good time, good vibes in there, cool people.
Did you go back again since the last time I saw you there?
No, I
No,
haven't
we
been
haven't
there.
Oh,
been
okay,
back since
okay.
last
That
time.
was
Well,
That was
I
like
don't know.
That was a
2-3
cool
weeks
one.
ago now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think something like that. Yeah, those are always good vibes in there, man. Good vibes in there. I like the studio, bro.
I love that.
I
They
love
gotta
it.
set up a
bro. It's
podcast
such-
station in that bitch. In that,
it's
open,
such a
in that
cool
big
spot.
room.
in that
Authentic.
open,
In
the
that big
glass
open
door
room,
room,
yeah.
or the big
The one
open
that's-
room.
yeah, the
Yeah,
big
yeah,
open
yeah,
room.
yeah.
If they set up a podcast station in there, they got a nice little
Yeah,
set
man.
in
We got
that
the
motherfucker.
couches. Yeah, we got the couches and
We
everything
really
in there.
could,
We really
man.
could. That would
That
be
shit is
sweet.
they got a nice little thing going
It's
on.
a
there.
great setup in there for a podcast, for real, for real.
Damn right. So, the music scene around here has been crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. What I want to do right now is check out one of your songs. How y'all feel about that? Can we do that? Can we just take a moment to just kind of ingest my man's music real quick? So we did download some of the songs. I'm gonna let you decide. What would you like to listen to?
You already know what
I
I'm
know
gonna say.
what you want to hear.
I don't care
so
what
we
you want to
can.
hear.
I know what I want to hear.
Well,
Fuck what you wanna hear,
Hollywood
too.
Monsters.
No, it's all about what you want to hear, though.
All right.
It's yours.
We'll do a new one. So the bottom right there, VA Wave.
This one.
Yeah. So this is by me and my boy Ty. Ty is one of our artists over at Innate, and he is a great singer, man. He is awesome. He's probably one of the more talented singers I've met in a while, and so it's been a privilege to work with him. But we made this track a few months ago. This is pretty recent. We just dropped it on SoundCloud and everything.
Let's check
But
it
yeah,
out.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Ain't see you in a while, but I know that you've been running the miles. You don't gotta lie, been through this before, now we play by my rules. Yeah, all of that drama, keep pushing it that way. Word to my mama, focused on commas. Your money comes slow pace, my money longer, been getting stronger. Hitting the gym, I be running this shit, now she comforts, don't even bother. D&D, how I be all the time, bitch, I'm a ghost. If she come over, you know how it goes. Riding my wave all the way to the show. LV to VA, I'm hitting the road. Yeah, I'ma get mine, yeah, you know this for sure. Know
The
this
one
for
who's playing the
sure, yeah.
bass. Yeah, that's Ty. Yeah. Dude, he's like that.
Know I've been away for a minute, yeah. Tell me how you been, how you living, yeah. I've been on the roadway, getting that show paid. Know that I'm a man on a mission, yeah. I be getting outside, trying to live my best life. They ain't really shit they could tell me, yeah. Kick it like kung fu, hoping you would come through. Hit me for the one time before you head back. Sorry, I've been disconnected. I'm going through stresses, the pressure been making me crack. Mine in the future, like what do I do if the people I fuck with don't fuck with me back? Dishing my Henny and everything. Got a band for the music, that's wedding ring. I'ma let you get back to your shit, cause this life is a bitch and we both gotta do our thing. If she come over, you know how it go. Riding my wave all the way to the show. VA to LA, I'm hitting the road, but I'ma get mine, yeah, you know that's for sure.
If she come over, you know how it go. Riding my wave all the way to the show. LV to VA, I'm hitting the road. Yeah, I'ma get mine, yeah, you know this for sure. Know this for sure, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you got some boppers, man.
No,
I gotta
for real,
say,
they
I ain't know
sleeping
bro
on
could
VA.
sing like
They
that
sleeping
though. Bro got the goddamn baritone mixed with the goddamn
No, that was a
tenor,
great combination.
tenor voice. Yeah, that was a solid combination right there. I didn't know bro could sing.
No, that just surprised me too, honestly.
Damn, that was a fucking fire ass song that
It
y'all got
was.
right there, bro.
Thank you.
So in a little bit, we're gonna take a listen to another one because I can tolerate some more of that. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be listening to people's music and I'll be like, all right, this is cool.
No, really, that's what I'm saying. He got a
Nah,
fan
that was
and
fucking
he-
solid right there. I actually fucked with that shit.
Thank you, man.
I
Yeah,
gotta say,
I
man,
love it.
y'all definitely got a solid group of artists over there, and
Definitely.
a solid group of engineers, producers, and that's why I'm saying what they do and how they doing it is solid, bro. Because they got some hits coming out of that motherfucker.
Mhm.
I definitely gotta say, you know what I'm saying. Anyway,
Crazy, I want that.
all right, so music shit, you feel me? What do you think is the hardest part about making music, or what's the hardest part for you, at least?
For me, I get writer's block really bad.
Join the club. How you feel about
That's
AI?
mine. No, absolutely not.
You won't use it to assist you?
Nope.
Why?
Wait, you said how you feel
I-
about what?
AI.
Oh.
I don't find it. I don't think it's genuine anymore when you start using AI.
All right,
I-
let me ask you this.
All right.
Have you ever used Rhymezone or a dictionary or anything like that to come up with a word?
No.
Never.
Haven't.
Why?
I know what you're talking about too, but cause like, I don't know. I just want it. This just me personally. I feel like if it's not 100% from me, then it's not me. Like I don't want any outside pieces
So you wouldn't
affecting how I make my
So
music.
you wouldn't want anybody to help you write a song?
I mean, that's a little different.
Not really.
Using AI though,
Not different at all than somebody else helping you write a song.
I think that's a little different.
Not really. Now I'm going to explain why. Let me explain why. Because utilizing AI for something like Lyric Studio, right?
Mhm.
It can help you generate multiple lines. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use the line that they generate for you, but it can
Right.
give you ideas to get you in the right direction, right?
Okay.
If you were in the room with, say, Synonym, right? Because I already know we all were sitting in the room writing, right? You're having multiple different minds who are helping you come up with different ideas of what to write for your song, right? It's the same thing. If you think about it, it's something that's generating ideas that is learned from multiple sources. When you have multiple sources generating an idea to you, yes, it's coming from humans, and yes, it's coming from robots.
I said the
human.
concept. I like the concept where you're going with it. Yes, it's a bunch of ideas created, but AI is called AI for a reason. It's artificial intelligence. It's not real
Learned
emotion.
intelligence, yes.
A computer or a robot can't tell you love or hate or. My
I can't
cat
agree
just
with
died
that.
and I'm
I
hurt.
can't agree
Like,
with. I can agree with
They
you on
wouldn't
that.
help
However,
you with the feeling in it, but they can definitely help you with the dialogue.
yeah, with
Right,
with
that's what I
wordplay.
mean, is just
that's
the
why I said the
word-
concept.
Yeah, that's what I mean, the
get
wordplay.
that. I get that, but like I said, I think it just takes the humanity out of it for me, because like everything I write and what I think about when I'm writing, it comes from the soul. And like
That's
if I
fair.
use AI to do that, it just doesn't feel genuine to me.
fair enough. Hey, man, I can't argue with that, and I respect that.
He had a Will
I
Smith
respect that.
iRobot moment. It's like, does a robot have a soul? You remember that part?
Yes,
I mean,
love
'cause
that movie.
For me, I utilize this shit if I get stuck. Like, I'll just use it just to give me ideas. Like I
Right.
said, a lot of the times their lines are garbage, but they can give me ideas of something that I can.
Of something better to say.
You know what I
and
mean?
like that's totally cool. Like I'm definitely not dissing it. I'm not. Your music's not any worse if you
Yeah.
do use it.
Yeah.
Like it can only help you. It
Yeah.
really only helps you, and I think it's a great tool. But
What about
it's
for
just not a
production?
tool I use. Yes. See,
Now we
okay,
talking
for
business.
production, absolutely.
Damn
Fucking
right.
and mixing is, or I use it specifically when I'm mixing.
Yeah. What do you
so
use?
like Ozone, yes,
That's what I use for
Ozone,
mastering and all that shit now. Yeah.
and what is it, Nectar, I think
Yep.
it's called.
Nectar's fine.
I'm still learning the names of
Yeah.
everything.
There's Nectar. There's Neutron.
Neutron.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those, like the whole little AI enhancement thing that it can do,
Mm-hmm.
I like it because it'll just like spruce it up a bit. You
Yep.
know, it's not like going in there and it's not building the entire thing for you.
Yeah.
It's just taking what you've already done,
Yeah.
and just like making it solid.
Yeah, cause I know for me, cause when I was using it and learning how to use both the Nectar and the Neutron, I didn't particularly love the results I got. However, if I didn't know what I was doing and I wanted to just make my shit sound better, I definitely would use those. For me personally, I thought they were just like too generic of a sound, and it just didn't give me what I wanted. But I also didn't
Right.
use them for that long, because I was quick with them, because once I used them once, and I was just like, this isn't giving me. I don't like this as much. I probably honestly, because I was watching this video of this dude. He did the whole fucking song using just Ozone or Isotope plugins,
Right.
and bro had that shit sounded crazy, like mad good, right? So, but I just didn't feel like taking the time to try to figure out the the audio lens and all this
Yeah.
fucking connecting shit that you had to do. I was just like, yo, that was a lot.
Once I learn more, I definitely want to like stray away from using it
Yeah.
and like do it myself, and I want to be able to get it to the point it sounds
Yeah.
good enough for me to just do it. Like
For me, a good thing about it is that a lot of it is like, it's good to teach you too, like, because once it sets the shit, because a lot of it's setting it to your vocals, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? So it's a good way to definitely learn compression, EQing, and stuff like basic stuff for your vocals specifically too. You know
Yes.
what I mean? So
yeah, the more you do it, the more you see how it adjusts to your sound, and then you can learn where your sound lies.
Yeah.
And then you can just do the adjustments yourself.
Yeah. Ozone, on the other hand, I love using Ozone, bro. I use Ozone 11 to do all the mastering because it's
Yes,
just you use the
Ozone.
AI to master it, and then you can adjust. You can find everything that's wrong with it, go readjust, and then rearm it. Bam, we solid. We got some mixes and masters going out. Quick, easy, and simple, baby. I love using AI for beat making and mixing and mastering and stuff. Using all those tools, it just makes the job so much easier. I don't solely rely on it, but I do like to use it. You feel me?
It's just a step in the process for me.
Yeah.
I always use it. It's just it's a must.
Do
Like,
you
it's
use-
just a step.
Do you use AI for anything else, like related to your music, but not to the creation? Like as far as like
No,
social media stuff, ChatGPT?
not really. No.
Who
I haven't really.
social-
I just haven't really gotten into it. It's not that I don't want to use it. I just don't really know much about it. I just don't be using it.
Fair enough. Definitely, I use a lot of different AI tools. AI tools can be very beneficial to your artist career, to everything when you're doing content and doing all this different stuff. I don't know if you stream at all, but if you stream, that shit can definitely help. All that different type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So what are your major goals for the music? Like, do you want to tour? Are you trying to songwrite? What are you trying to do?
I mean, I feel like the cliche big goal that everyone says is like, oh, I want to be famous, I want to travel, I want to do tours and all that. But like really, what I want from music, I just want to be able to like do it and live.
Facts.
Like I just want to live and do music like as a career. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really as I've come to learn more about the business and like the music industry, that's really all you need. That is all you need. Once you get to the point where you can live off your music, you don't even have to be like super rich. And like working in music and like getting production and placements and all that stuff, that's still really great money. And like you don't even have to be, it doesn't even have to be like $1 million placement or nothing. You could just get a few good decent placements
Yeah.
and you're set.
Bro, if I'm making $50,000 a year off of just placements and royalties, I'm straight. I mean,
Exactly. Like I'm not. I mean, like would shooting for the millionaire status and like being
Yeah.
worldwide, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'd love that. But like now, I'm realizing like that's not a super realistic expectation of me to have, and like I should think like that. Having that mindset is good. Like, of course, you want to be the best. Like that's a good mindset to have. But like thinking realistically and thinking short term, I definitely just want to get to a point where I can just pay the bills with music.
yeah, it's definitely taking it step by step for sure. Because I know that like when I first started, it was just $1 million goals, and then once I started doing the production shit and then engineering, producing, all of those dreams and aspirations started to slowly fade. Of like wanting to be super big superstar and pop star and all that shit slowly started to fade, and now I just like all the behind the scenes shit. I like doing all this stuff in the back and producing and songwriting, and like give me maybe one or two maybe like big performances on the stage with somebody, one of the artists who I work with or whatever, they bring me on. That's all I need. I'm good. Just once or twice on a big stage with a lot of
really
people.
cool.
I'll go out there, I'll jump around for 5 minutes, I'm out.
Right.
And I'm good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's all I need, because doing the whole all that superstar shit, y'all can have that.
You know
I
what I,
ain't even
just
gonna lie.
thought about? You know, I always say that I shy away from performing. I don't like performing. Like, even if I just singing at D-Lo's, or just singing and stuff like that. But those are the only performances I've really ever done. Like, slow songs, sad. It's like, I don't even know how I would even interact in, like, a high energy. Is that any different? Like, is it different singing a
yeah.
high? Yeah. That's
Oh,
what
for sure.
Damn right. Because when you're at a freaking funeral and you're singing
Shut
sad
up.
songs, you're not going to be jumping around
You
or
gotta
dancing
be-
around and
It's-
doing all that other stuff, opposed
maybe
if
that's
you're
what makes
doing
me
some
not want to.
dancey
I've
type
never
of...
been in a high energy performance
Yeah.
type thing.
Like right now, where I'm at right now with my music and everything, I couldn't imagine performing in front of like, I couldn't imagine performing on like a super stage or like an arena or some shit. I couldn't, just because the state of my music right now just isn't really made for that. I make chill ass music.
Yeah.
Like I make music you play at the kickback or like stuff like or just like driving
Facts.
music. Like
Amen.
and that's cool. Like I love the stuff I've been making. I love that vibe. But like that's not something I feel like that's not something like you really play in that setting and like turns I mean they can still fuck with it, absolutely, but like I'm talking like super mega arenas, people want to get lit.
I don't know,
You
at a
know?
super
Now,
mega
hold on
arena
now.
where they're already lit, let's say high as hell.
Well, hold on,
listening to chill
hold
music
on.
is a vibe.
So wait,
I
because
guess,
you got to
yeah.
understand that there's different niches. There's different like people like different shit, right? There's niches. I said niches.
yeah,
niches.
niche.
There's
I was
different
gonna let
niches.
you-
I was
I
gonna,
said niches.
I was gonna
Right?
say
I was trying
something
to let
about
him
I
have
didn't
it.
want
My
to be
bad.
that
I meant
guy.
niches. Yeah, there's different niches,
I
right?
normally say
So
something.
there's people who are gonna want all the rowdy shit, and then there's people who don't want none of that. They would
Right.
rather go to a chill show. Like if they can do the jazz festival at
Right.
the Coliseum, I don't see why
See,
you couldn't
that's a
do
good
chill music.
that's
at
a perfect example.
You
Yeah,
feel what I'm
that's-
saying?
That's a
So-
perfect
I feel that.
example.
Or like, I mean, just in reference, I was watching the Woodstock thing earlier.
Mhm.
Early Woodstock was all chill music. It was all just peace and love music, which I know
Mhm.
times have changed since '69, but
Right.
fucking like people like chill music, and I know that even today there's still a lot of people who would love to just go listen and chill music. So don't downplay that shit
Right?
or
Yeah.
yourself
You could
or
still
your
be
music,
playing out
because from what
arenas,
I've heard,
selling them out,
shit
bro.
sounds good, and the mindset of, well, it could happen, but I don't want to think. I don't know if it is, so I'm gonna just kind of find every excuse to not let it happen. You know, we gotta change that, man, because you got
no,
you got
I'll
some
still
dope music,
I'll still
bro.
do it. I would definitely still do it, but I never thought of that to
Yeah.
be an option.
Well, if you want,
Yet.
do you want it to be?
Oh yeah.
So
I would
then
love
you
to.
got
Well,
to
if
think
you want
about
it
it
to
as
be,
an
then it
option.
is an
You know what I
option.
mean? Because I know for me, I want to just do this songwriting, syncing, all the production stuff, and I'm making it happen. You know
Right.
what I mean? I've been making it happen through time. Short, like just things happen here and there. You know, it's keeping the mindset of I'm going to, not I want to, I'm going to. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
I've learned that is the most important thing is the mindset that you have for yourself when you wake up in the morning. You look at yourself, all those things you want to do, you just gotta do that shit. Keep the mindset of I can, because there's people out here going from absolutely nothing to everything.
Mhm.
And that's because they grind, you feel me? And they keep the mindset of I'm going to. Not I
Mhm.
could possibly.
Yeah.
Not I'm this is it's this or die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
We gotta
still-
keep that
I'm
hard.
That's a
still
drastic way
working
to
on
look at
it.
Big
I'm s-
facts. No, but it is
No, I get you though.
I have also learned it's also keeping realistic expectations in the short term to reach
Yeah.
your long term. Because if you just want to wake up tomorrow and be rich and famous, you have unrealistic expectations. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you have the expectation of, I want to get to this goal, and now this goal, and now this goal, keep it going. Your
Mhm.
goals keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Only growing. You know what I'm saying? Musically, what do you feel like is your genre? Like, what do you feel like you like making the most?
So I normally just call it melodic rap. Yeah, I just call it melodic rap. Like I'm just like singing, rapping. It's like chill, laid back. Sort of like probably the sound I would compare it to most would be like something like Isaiah Rashad or something like that.
Mm.
Or like Smino.
Mm.
Like, you know, just like that chilled, laid back vibe.
Mm-hmm. Who are some of your like biggest inspirations?
Isaiah Rashad. I really like Kendrick. Kendrick's one of my favorites. I love Cole. JID.
Mm-hmm.
Jitty Jid the Kid.
Yes.
Good.
I like the lyrical stuff. Or like Mick Jenkins and stuff like that.
Meek Jenkins.
Mick Jenkins,
Mick
yeah,
Jenkins.
bro.
Who's that?
But he's sort of in the realm of like Isaiah Rashad type. That's what I think, at least. I listen to them for the same reason. I feel like they both got the same vibe. But I try to listen to a lot of stuff. I find myself like sort of listening to the same thing recently. Like I'll get in my car, I'll put on my usual playlist, and I need to expand like my musical taste.
What's on your playlist right now?
A bunch of shit. And like it's not that the playlist itself is like the same types of genres. It's like a bunch of different music on the playlist, but I just haven't been going out finding new songs to add to the playlist.
I know how to be. Yeah, I know how
So
to be.
like it's just listening to the same stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. But my buddy Marcel, he's really good at finding new music. He sends me new songs all the time, and like everything is dope. He really likes sampling, and so he'll just be sending me songs, be like, oh, we gotta sample this, bro, we gotta sample this, bro, we gotta sample this, and like I'll be doing the same thing. So that's kind of how I've been finding my new music. Is by like through him, and like finding stuff to sample, and like just getting into different genres that I never like normally would get into.
Damn right. Yeah, I like going back into just like old music and listening to, because you know they know I've been on my old shit. Like
Yeah,
I'm
he
talking
be in here. I swear Don
classical
Sinatra
music.
is his
fucking
favorite. Like
Don Sinatra.
well, you know who I'm talking about. Sorry,
Don Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. You knew who I was talking about.
Dean
Come on,
Martin.
man.
Dean Martin.
That's
It was-
probably
it was a
why you got
combo.
you had a
Dean
combo.
It was a
Sinatra.
combo in my mind.
Dean-
Dean Sinatra is with-
Dean Martin,
Dean
Frank
Martin,
Sinatra,
Frank
yeah,
Sinatra.
Louis Armstrong, all that type of shit.
Yeah.
I've been heavy on like listening to all that type of music lately, and then I've also started getting into like early '70s rock now, because I'm just trying to learn different genres and different eras of
What
music.
70s
You know,
rock are you listening to right now?
I literally just started, and I don't know the band names.
Oh.
I literally
Dude,
just started
my-
over the weekend
my
listening to
dad-
some, and I don't remember any of the band names.
My dad is a huge classic rock fan.
Yeah,
That's really all he listens to. Growing up, he would just play it in the truck. Anywhere we would drive, he would just constantly be playing it. And at first I hated it. When I was a kid, I did not want to listen to that shit. I was like, what is this? But then like listening to it more, it really grew on me. And now I realize like that kind of music paved the way for a lot of music
shit.
now. And like just the sample potential alone in that one genre
yeah,
is insane.
yeah.
Like, and now I love it. I love rock music now. And then
Yeah.
it kind of got me into like, I fuck with like metal and like all the other shit too.
I could do some of it. Like
Some
I like
of it,
I like
yeah.
Asking Alexandria. I don't know if you know who they are. I fuck with
Yes,
them.
I like them.
I can do the bands who do singing and screaming. But
yes.
if it's just like the hard metal scream all the time, like
Yeah.
Disturbed. I don't know if you know Disturbed.
I
Oh,
love
you're tripping.
Disturbed.
I don't-
Disturbed is
I don't love
fire.
it, bro.
with
That's
you?
I
not.
don't love
That's
it.
not
I
even
don't
how
love
they.
it.
You're listening to the wrong Disturbed
he's
songs.
listening to the
Nah,
wrong
man, I
You're
don't.
listening
I
to
don't
the-
hate them. I don't
That's-
hate them, but I don't love them either. Like
What?
that was just a little. It was too
tripping.
hard for me most of the time. Like
I
was
don't
just too
think.
much for
I
me.
don't think Disturbed.
I don't think
is
Disturbed was.
even
I also don't think that was the
crazy.
best example. Let me think of an example that I don't like. I can't think of any.
Like Slipknot.
Slipknot actually is what I'm thinking of.
Slipknot is
Not
alternate
Disturbed.
rock. That's
Disturbed
still
was
the
not what
same
I was thinking of.
thing.
They're
Slipknot was who I was
they're
thinking of.
more, I feel like they're more hardcore. Than
They're really more
Disturbed.
hardcore.
Yeah.
That's who
Than
I was thinking of, not
Disturbed?
Disturbed.
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah,
are
it
more
was
hardcore
Slipknot.
than
They
Disturbed.
definitely
I
are.
don't
Or
know.
like Korn or some shit like that.
I didn't really care for Korn. Just like that, yeah. There was just like I like some of it. I like some of it, and some of it I don't.
Yeah.
I've because my brother he's in all the metal and all that stuff, so he got me into some of the bands. You know, he actually put me on to what are they called? Something Strawberry. I don't remember what the fuck. Or no, Dance Gavin Dance. Death of a
Oh,
Strawberry is a song.
Dude, Dance Gavin Dance is fire.
Yeah,
I
they
like
got
them.
this song that Death of a Strawberry that
Yeah.
fucking so heavily. I like that shit.
Dude, if you like the rock stuff but like not too crazy, check out Volbeat.
Volbeat.
Volbeat, Volbeat. I love these guys. They're probably one of my favorite rock bands
Or
that I've heard, and like it was I came upon them like completely on accident.
yeah.
And they I was driving my dad to the airport for his job, and he was traveling, and on the way back home it was like 5-6 in the morning, and I was driving back home, and I just put the radio on the rock playlist that my dad normally has. I was on the way home, and I heard this song, and I was like, bro, what the hell is this? I was like, who is this? I searched them up on my way home, and I was listening to them the entire ride back home. And the first song I heard with them was called Leviathan. Fire.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorites by them.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it
yeah.
is, when you get the chance, definitely check them out.
I'll definitely have to. Yeah, man. I was also into a lot of the punk rock shit too. Like Say Anything.
Mm.
I was fucking with them a lot as a kid. I was fucking with what are their names? Avenged Sevenfold was cool. They were all right.
I'm realizing that it's a lot of songs that I really love
This
that
one's
I
gonna bother
didn't know
me. I
the
have to find
artist
it.
names to or the
Yeah.
name of the song, but whenever it played, I'm like singing it from
No,
start to
bro.
finish.
I already know the people who are gonna watch this
day
and
to
are like
remember.
actual metalheads. They're gonna hate this shit.
Probably.
Really?
They're like, I don't really know what I be talking about. I just enjoy it when I hear it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
my
too
thing. I
deep
like it
into
when I
it.
hear
Yeah.
it.
So I don't know the names
That's
and
what it
like
is.
the
Yeah.
classifications of how, like, what would you say this band is?
Yeah.
And like, but
Cause
yeah.
like when we were just talking about Slipknot, and I was thinking maybe it's the certain songs that I was listening to
Maybe.
from Slipknot that didn't sound as hardcore, because it definitely sounded more like closer to a rock, like rap.
Slipknot's the one with all the masks, right?
yes.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't even thinking about Disturbed. Yeah, I was thinking about
You thinking
Slipknot.
about Slipknot.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
alright.
You're
That's what I was
Disturbed
thinking of.
with Down with the Sickness.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was not what I was thinking of at all. Yeah. Okay.
Bro,
okay.
Yeah,
no.
See,
Sorry,
that's
sorry,
why
sorry.
that's why I thought you were tripping at first. I was like, Disturbed is
I was
fire.
tripping. Yeah, I was
Oh,
tripping on that.
they
I was
are
tripping on
awesome.
that. I was thinking of Slipknot, that fucking Psychosocials.
Yes.
Psychosocial.
Okay,
I can't fuck
That's-
with that shit. I
that's
ain't gonna lie.
not-
That was too much.
They
for me.
actually have some songs that wasn't too
I mean,
crazy, though.
the fucking rock concerts and shit though, those be wild.
Yeah.
I've
Like,
never been
wild.
to one.
Like-
My buddy Mohammed, he goes to a lot of like hardcore shows. He'll go to like metal shows. and
Yeah, my brother be
he'll-
going.
He'll be telling us like he's always in the pit too.
Yep,
and
that was
he'll
my brother.
He'll just be getting fucked up, and he'll be like, "Guys, the show was so good. Y'all should have came out." And he's just like fucked up.
Fucking right.
We're like, sure.
My brother, he's just, I don't know how my brother swivels his way into shit, but like he was a really big fucking Asking Alexandria fan, and
Mhm.
he went to one of their shows and ended up fucking, was it Asking Alexandria or was it a different band? I don't remember what band it was, but he ended up smoking with the band on their fucking tour bus after the show.
That's
that's
so
dope as
cool.
fuck.
like, yeah, because he was a big smoker back then. Like, he's in
Yeah.
the military now, so you don't do none of that shit then.
Boo.
But fucking, yeah, I remember.
no,
that
sorry.
he had-
Thank you for fighting
he had-
for our country.
I guess he had waited in line to get their autographs or whatever, and then like when he got to them, he had like opened his case and just had a case full of joints. Like, I want to smoke, and they're like, meet us at the bus, and then yeah, that actually happened. I was
That's
just
so
like,
That's
cool.
what?
fire.
That's crazy.
I don't know how my brother be doing shit like that. He just knows how to
Being a
swivel his
dope
fucking-
individual.
for real, because like he just
Are
be
you talking about
knowing.
Tony?
Yes,
Yeah,
like,
Tony
even-
is dope. I ain't
Even at
gonna lie to you.
WrestleMania, I watched this motherfucker in action. Like at WrestleMania, be able to get himself somehow an opportunity to go all the way over onto the field almost, and then get autographs from all these wrestlers and shit. I was
The
just like,
energy
bro,
that
how
I
did
get
you
from
just
Tony-
do that?
The energy
That's
I
cool
get
as
from this
fuck.
man over the phone already is like, yeah, he seems like that guy. He can make a way out of
He
nowhere.
really can though. Tony is low key a salesman. He don't even know it.
Where did Ed go?
I
I
gotta
don't know.
do
I,
this. That's what
I
I'm
was wondering.
saying.
I feel like I don't
texted
know
him.
where the
I
fuck he went.
I
He
gotta
just
use the
disappeared.
bathroom, and I feel like it looks bad because both of us are gone. But I always have to potty, and he's making me look bad, bruh.
I told you, watch, by the end of the show, she gonna be sitting here having a piss. Fucking told
It's
you. I mean, we
every
still got 30 minutes
show.
left, but we'll go. Hurry up.
I can hold it for a little bit.
All right,
longer.
well then hold it for a little bit longer. Anyway, so tell me, so you got multiple things you're working on. Are you gonna be putting out a project at all, or
Right.
like, are you just gonna be doing singles? What's your plan for that?
So currently I am.
There he is.
Uh-huh.
You good, bro?
Welcome back.
Would you throw up or something?
Yeah, he did. Upchucked on some woodchucks.
So Sin recently gave us all an assignment.
Oh yeah. I heard.
We have to make 10 complete songs by the new year. So in doing that, that's probably gonna turn into like a project for me. So I'm gonna drop a project with all the songs on it and lick it and stick it.
Lick it and
Lick
stick
it and stick it is
Yeah.
wild
Lick it and
play.
stick it.
Wild play.
I gotta use that now.
Yeah, that's the
lick it and
plan.
stick it, seal it.
I mean, you
Sign,
gotta,
seal, deliver
you-
it.
but I
Lick it and
mean,
stick it.
it's a booty call reference. You gotta lick it before you stick it. You know,
I've
when they're in the
never-
convenience
Wow,
never
that's
heard that.
disgusting.
store. So when they're in the
Never heard of
convenience
that.
store,
when I hear lick it and stick it, I think
Yeah.
of a seal, like sign, seal,
That's-
deliver.
that's
You
what
mail it
I'm saying.
off.
That's
what
what
is
I
wrong with
say.
you?
No.
That's what I'm
y'all never
thinking
seen
when I
Booty
say
Call
it.
with Jamie Foxx?
No.
God.
What? That's a classic
This
with
man was
Vivica A.
corrupted as a
Fox.
child.
Bro, what? When you got Listerine and you got buns, come on now, y'all know what I'm talking about.
No, apparently
No, we
nobody
don't.
does.
Booty Call is a classic for the
I
black
know the movie that
community.
you're talking about. Okay, I can't lie.
Culture wise,
That's
it is
what what's his name in it too, right? And Vivica
Vivica A.
right?
Fox, yes,
Yeah.
when she was fine, not big, and
Yeah, I know what you're
Trashy.
talking about, but still, that was a trashy movie.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm done.
I didn't
You're a
really
hater.
watch
You're good.
those.
You're fucking.
They didn't have good movies for us as children. Honestly, we shouldn't have been watching it. I didn't watch any of that until I
what
was
you mean
an
you didn't have
adult,
good? You had
honestly.
Players Club, that was a good movie. It had a message.
Should you have been
Don't
watching
fuck
that
people
at the age
over.
of 8?
It gave me a moral compass. Don't fuck people over. One, also Jamie Foxx was in there. Then you got Booty Call.
This is the reason
Don't
why
take-
strippers and hoes is
don't-
okay because we
Yo,
grew
they
up
got
on
shit
that
to-
shit.
Booty Call had a message too. In that movie, hey, look, you can't take one for the team all the time. Hey, just cause she ain't giving you no ass don't mean I can't get none. That was the moral of the story. Then, you got Friday. Pay the $200. That's all it was. 200. Every movie, black culture movie has a message.
You know I'm the only other person on this panel to know what you're talking about, right?
I know.
Yeah, Friday. You think I don't know about
Oh,
Friday?
okay. You knew that one. Okay. I'm pretty sure
Or
you know about
Players
Friday.
Club?
I know about
Okay.
Friday. Yeah.
So y'all
you
want to
don't know
know a
about Players
secret?
Club?
No, y'all want to know a
You know
secret?
about it?
Here's a secret. Ready? I'm gonna tell you guys this. When I first moved down here, matter of fact, fresh out of high school, right? I took a whole month span of catching up on black movies.
That's embarrassing to say out loud.
Yeah, I didn't. I
I
wasn't.
did. I mean, but you guys gotta understand, I'm from a fucking predominantly white area, so we didn't
said-
really we knew about some black movies,
Nah, he-
especially because
I gotta
my
get
dad.
hip to
my
culture.
dad was
I gotta
into,
do my
like,
research.
You know what happened? His dad was like, "Yo, we moving to Hampton." He looked up Hampton,
said,
seen
"I
all the
gotta fit
pictures,
in."
and was like, "No."
look, nah, because check it out, right? So, because I used to come down here and visit my family, because my family used to live in Langley, right? So, I used to come here all the time and visit them, but they lived on base. So, I knew what that was like over there. So, my expectation coming down here was about to be like how that was over there. Boy, I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie to you. I got down here, and then when we were selecting what school I was going to, boy, I was trying to go to Kickertown, but I was at his own.
Wow. The
Not gonna lie.
shade.
I'm not going to
Motherfucker
lie.
said-
No, but-
Proud
Soon as,
phantom.
soon as
Shut
he got a
up.
car, they said, "You
I
got
mean,
some
yeah,
nice
now,
curly
but I'm
hair,
saying,
G."
like-
He's
but,
like,
like,
"I
what
want a
I'm saying
haircut
is-
now."
is like when I first came here, I still wanted to be. I didn't mind being around like black people now, but I still wanted to be around kind of both. I didn't want to just because Phoebus just looked ghetto.
Yeah,
when I
honestly.
first got there.
The closest.
So
you're
I
gonna
was
get
just
to is
like,
TikTok.
and then when I went to Kickertown to try to sign up, they were like, "No, you're too far," and I was just like, "Oh well, Phoebus it is." And then I went to Phoebus, and then it was
And
cool.
then he became friends with all the hood niggas.
Actually, no. First, so 11th grade, I was friends with Felix, and
I
that
was being
pretty much it.
sarcastic. I know you weren't friends with the hood niggas. Look.
And then it was the drug kids.
That nigga
12th
said,
grade.
"I make beats." They was like, "A word."
Right.
See, I didn't do any of that until right after, I didn't do
promoted
any of that
parties,
until right
man.
after high school, bro.
He promoted parties.
Nah, I didn't do any of that until after high school, bro. Because when I was promoting parties in high school, I was still in New York, and then when I moved down here, I wasn't doing that anymore. 'cause
I
didn't-
just feel
Oh,
like
wow.
that's how
Party.
shit just happened. Like, he was like, "I make beats." Him was like, "What's your name, kid?" "My name's Cameron." "Your name's Monte Culo now." "Oh, okay." He
Nah,
just
man.
went with
Because
it.
when I moved down here, bro, I wasn't doing none of that. I made most of my friends because I played basketball. I mean, I didn't play for the school. I played at fucking the teen center all the time, and all my friends were from Bethel. But when we played AAU and shit, that was pretty much
It's
all my
crazy.
friends.
I was in class with this kid and he don't even remember that.
What class were we in?
Mr. Richie.
My first year, right?
Yeah.
You know, we were in the same class.
I
Oh,
don't even
Mr.
remember
Richie. That was a fun
I
class.
miss
though.
Mr. Richie.
That was a cool class.
It was
Anyway.
a cool ass
Look at
class.
them reminiscing old ass niggas.
Damn, we're
Mr. Pushing 30.
30. Bitch, hold on. Hold on.
I'll see
We
y'all.
all
on
I'm
pushing
Tuesday.
sorry.
30.
I take that back. It's just that word was so offensive, but I apologize. It hurt my feelings. It's just,
So how come y'all can say it but we can't?
What?
I feel like that's how white people feel.
What? I don't care if
Like,
people call me a bitch.
Like when it comes to the word nigga, white people be like, but y'all
because
say
I
it.
just said bitch. Wait, then I say wait a minute, hold on, because I just say the word freely. But I don't care. Honestly, it's not that.
Oh, I'm just so
offensive
used to
me.
the shit.
Just like I don't care if somebody say nigga.
It's just like females will say that word. They be like, bitch. No, bitch. Nah, bitch. And then when a dude say bitch, and then she be like,
No, if a dude say bitch, it might make me laugh. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
they
Depends
be
on
like,
how you say it.
oh my gosh.
Well, a lot of the times it's because it has different intent than when a girl calls her friend a bitch. Like, it just has a lot of different intent a lot
Because
of the time.
sometimes
Unless he's like, yeah,
guys
this is
are
my
joking
bitch.
and they be like, bitch, you know what I'm saying? They do
yeah,
the same thing.
yeah. I guess it's just the tone and the voice and the situation.
And if you
If
say,
we having an argument, I'm just like, shut up, bitch.
I might laugh.
yeah, if you say it like that,
Yeah, I might laugh.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. She gonna be like, fuck you say to me.
it
I don't
seems
know,
like it
coming
doesn't
from
roll
you,
off the tongue for you.
Yeah, coming from you, it'll make me laugh. It doesn't sound offensive.
You know what?
You gotta hit a little bit. Shut your bitch ass up.
Not
that's
even
what it
you.
is. Now, that one,
That'll piss somebody off.
that one, or the cunt. They hate cunt. Cunt is like saying the hard
Especially say that to a
ER.
white girl. Yeah.
You
Say that
fucking
shit to a
cunt.
white
They be
girl.
like, I'm calling the police.
You call it the C word?
The C word. He must
Really?
be mad.
You're out of here, bucko.
I feel like that's a white woman thing.
What?
Yeah.
Cunt?
As in cunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
they gonna
White
send
woman
your ass
thing.
to jail too.
Black women do not give a fuck.
What
Call me a
happened,
cunt.
ma'am? He called me a cunt.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's like my mom's most hated word. She hates that word. So yeah, I think that's a white person thing. Anyway, so do you want to travel, bro? Do you plan on traveling at all?
I'd like to, yeah. I don't really know.
Head hurts
I just
when
haven't
you
had
say
any opportunities to yet. But
Traveling's
I
so
definitely
vague.
would. I think the most I've traveled recently is like driving to Richmond. that's
exciting.
that's the traveling
Yeah.
I've been
So
doing.
better yet, like where would you want to go if you could for music or for your career?
That's a good question. Honestly, anywhere
it's probably good.
anywhere international. Like I just want to go out the country. I would love to go to Tokyo one day, just in general. But doing a show there would be insane. That would be so cool.
Anime power.
But stuff like that. I don't know. Really anywhere. Just anywhere I haven't performed yet. I would just love
Suspect
to.
has to pee every time she drinks something.
Fuck you. You were gone for 20 minutes.
That's different. I was having a phone call.
about you, Ed. What were you doing?
Y'all really want to know?
Yeah, take shit.
No.
No.
I had damn. I had a childhood best friend. He called me in 7 years. He just got sentenced with 7 years.
Oh shit.
And it's just one of those reality checks in my life that hit me, and I'm just like, damn, another person. Me and him was like the thick of thieves. One mistake, didn't kill nobody, didn't do anything like that. Wrong place, wrong time, and they killed him. Like, just killed him. And I wasn't expecting it. Like, we've been talking back and forth, and like dreams, aspirations. Like, he owned a trucking company before he, got locked up. So, and we were talking about, hey, bro, we really got to push what we're doing, like what we love. So when we get in our 30s and 40s, we can look at each other and be like, boom. You know what I'm saying? And, obviously, one of the close homies passed away, same conversation. And then now another homie locked up for the next 7+ years. It's just one of those reality hitting moments where it's just like, yo, I can't take anything I do for granted. I can't waste my time. I can't not give everything I do my all, 110%, because you never know.
Whatever you want to call it, spirituality, universe, or God, or Big G, like I call them. Something sending you signs, brother.
Yeah.
Something sending you signs. If you keep getting these same type of situations, to where this is unfortunate but tragic events are happening right after serious conversations, this is a big sign, brother. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's something that you gotta really intake, ingest, and understand.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Question this shit, man, and figure it out, because something's got to happen at this point.
And the crazy thing about it, that's what I've been trying to figure out these last couple months. Like, the first part of 2024 was just like, okay, we doing it. All right, cool. And it's just been shit after shit after shit after shit after shit. But it didn't necessarily put me down. It was just like, okay, damn, this can't happen. And it's just ironic because I'm 29 in the year 2024, and it's just like, okay, cool. All that little kitty shit that you can get away with because you're young, you're 21, you're 22, 23. You know what I'm saying? You can get away with simple mistakes, but it's just like, you about to be 30. You can't be making the same mistakes or going through bullshit or dealing with people that have nonsense going on. It's like some things you got to switch up. More people you got to care about. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I had a.
I'm just telling you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was filling me in. Sorry.
Incarceration. It's just one of those things where you need to really understand what you want your life to really be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you here for? What's your purpose? What do you want to change? Or do you just want to go through the cycle and then when your time's up, it's up? So
I think it's all about how you look at life, man, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie to you. There's times where I'm looking at life and I'm like, there's a purpose of why I'm here. You know, there's a billion sperms in my dad's nuts and I came out. You feel me? So there's a reason why I'm here, you know? But there's other days that I'm like, what's the point?
yeah.
I feel you. That's actually how I've been
You
for the
know?
past week, bruh. It's been pretty fucking hard.
Mike Tyson said that shit the other day. Like, when you die, or he didn't say it the other day, but I saw this video. Mike Tyson
Yeah.
said that shit. He's like, when you
you
die, you're
die,
dead.
then
You're
you're
gone.
dead.
Everything's done. Like, your legacy is just what people build you up as and their perception of you. It doesn't really mean anything.
Honestly,
You know, and saying shit like that to me that shit makes me think. I'm like, you know, when you die, you really are just dead.
Not
Like,
really.
people can remember your name and your legacy or whatever can be there and you can leave an imprint, but like, what does it matter?
And the worst part
Anyway,
about
that
it,
shit does be fucking me up. I'm
my
not gonna
worst
lie.
thought is like you can put all this work and effort into your legacy, but then when you gone, they don't really give a fuck about your legacy. So then
Or they will for a little bit.
Yeah,
but
but
with
then
time it just
dies
fades
off.
away,
So
yeah.
you just put all that work. You worked all this time for
well,
this one thing.
unless you leave
An impact.
of so much of an imprint that it like.
But I
just
feel like it's so hard to
stays.
leave so much of an imprint nowadays because people are society itself are so it's like so self-centered.
I would
It
say
is, yeah, and
like-
like everything's moving. I'm sorry.
no. Go ahead, bro.
I feel like everything is just. Me and my buddy had a conversation about music, and like, I feel like it's cool that everybody can like put out what they want to do, like do with the internet and everything. Like the internet's such a useful tool, but now there's like so much out now, and like everything gets lost in the sea.
There's no substance.
Like there's no like you can't. I don't know. It's just like everyone can do it now. So like, what makes it special? If anybody can do it, it's not special. I don't know, but it just depends.
That's a very, and that's a tough thing, man, because it's like a bittersweet thing for me, because everything is super accessible for anybody to do, which gives everybody the access and opportunity to do whatever they want.
Right.
However, that does create saturation in every market of a whole lot of people who don't do it right.
That's
or
what I'm
don't know
saying.
what they're doing right,
Yeah.
and it creates a shitty market,
Yeah.
a very hard to trust market. It just creates so much division because now you have people who are like, damn, I need this, but I can't. Every time I go do this, whatever, this person, it sucks. It turns out shit, you know, and it just creates so much bullshit, man. And for me, man, I lost my train of thought.
No, I mean, I got exactly what you. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
because
got-
I just started thinking about that shit, and then I just lost my whole train of thought because it just started stressing me the
Because it's
fuck out.
oversaturated. It's
As far as
Sorry.
like, because the market is just so oversaturated, and it upsets me that, because like me personally, when I started doing this shit, I didn't make no money from it for the first like 3-4 years I was doing it. I didn't charge nobody for nothing.
Right.
I didn't, because I wasn't good enough. For me personally, I felt like if I'm charging you for something, I have to be good enough to make sure that it's worth the money that you're
Dude.
gonna pay.
That's crazy. I feel the same exact way
Feel me?
when it comes to like doing sessions for people.
Yeah.
Like, cause I want, like, I've been trying to do that shit. I have people who want to come in and book a session and like have me record for them or make a beat for them. But like, I personally don't feel like I'm at the level yet to provide them with something that's worth paying for.
Now,
You know, and like that's really all up to, like, that's just up to like
the expectation
the
that's set
expectation,
when you
yeah.
when you do the session.
And like
yeah.
something I like didn't really like consider is that they don't know what the fuck it is. Like they don't.
That's the one
Most
part.
people have no. Most people
No
have
idea what goes
no
into it.
idea
Yeah.
how to do that shit.
Yeah.
And like it's so like now that I've learned how to do it, I've learned how it's like I used to think it was like hieroglyphics. It looked like a different language to me, and then I actually like got in there and learned more about it, and I'm like, this shit is not
That
as
hard at all.
crazy. Like it's not as
Not
crazy
that
as I
hard.
thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be, and now that's giving me like, well, like I'm still learning, I'm still doing this. I probably shouldn't charge people yet. I don't think I'm good enough yet. But then I got the guys at the studio. They're just like, bro, it doesn't matter if you think you're good enough or not. Just do what you do, because they're not gonna know any. They probably won't know any better.
A lot of the time.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, but I don't want to scam somebody. He's like, it's not scamming. You
It's
make
not.
good shit.
yeah.
Like if you make good shit, and it doesn't even have to be insane. You just make some good shit. People will appreciate it and they'll pay
Yeah.
for it.
I
And
think
so.
and
I
it's
just, yeah.
like I was saying, it's also setting the expectation before you even do it. One,
Right.
just like you said, they don't know anything about the production. They don't even know anything about plugins. They don't know anything about gain staging. They don't know anything about anything. So one thing I feel like I should have did earlier was simply record, because when it comes to the recording process and the engineering, mixing, mastering, there's different layers to it. So there's
Yeah.
recording, which costs its own. Then there's mixing, which then costs its own. Then there's mastering, which then costs its own. But then there's also like separation between instrumental mixing and then vocal mixing and then full production mixing. And there's just so much different shit that goes into it, to where what I should have did earlier was just started recording people. Because if once you know how to record, already step up.
Yeah.
You're already a step ahead a lot of other motherfuckers who don't know how to simply record.
Right.
Now, if you go into the expectation of, all right, well, this is a recording session, you're not obligated to put any plugins or anything on it, because you said, and I quote, this is a recording session. You feel me? So it's that was the one thing from when I first started that I wish I would have kind of picked up on a little bit earlier, because I could have started making money a little bit earlier. I was confident enough to record, but I wasn't confident with mixing. But I also didn't realize, well, mixing and mastering isn't actually supposed to be a part of the session unless I pay for that. So nowadays it's just shit. I charge a base price for recording, and you want to mix and master, you got to pay me different price. You know what I mean? But if you go in with that expectation, shit, bro, you could start making some money today. No bullshit. It's just something to take into consideration. Like they were telling you too, bro. They don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could be having motherfuckers in there, and they'll probably set you up with a nice little template. You might not even have to do shit. That's what I would do. Honestly, to be 100 with you, if I was in a situation like that, right, and if I had people who I know could bring some money in for themselves, and I could get a little bit off the back end of that, come in and have at it. I'll set you up with a nice little template. All you gotta do is record them motherfuckers, and it'll sound good enough to them. They'll be like, "Oh, damn, this shit sounds great," and to you, you're like, "Yeah, I know, I know," and they don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? But then at least we're both making some money, and you have satisfied clients. Because I know for me, I don't want people leaving the studio working with me unsatisfied. I hate that. So
That's what I'm saying. And that ties into the whole like,
You know what you're doing.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But that's why you start with homies first. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? Start with
Yes,
the homies who ain't really
my
gonna
first-
give a fuck.
My
You know what I'm
first
saying?
session, one of my first sessions is gonna be my bro Nate. We're supposed to get that set up probably sometime.
Tall Nate.
No,
Mm.
nah, not tall Nate.
You know what I'm talking about though, right?
No,
Oh, well. I look him
maybe
up.
I don't know, but it's my homie down the street. He does like production and stuff too, so he knows.
Yeah.
He knows, but that's my boy, and he's wanted to come by the studio regardless. So
Damn
I'm
right.
gonna hook him up with this session.
Damn right. And I want to just keep seeing you grow, brother, because your shit sounds good. You know what I mean? And
Thank you.
I'm glad that you're in that environment with those people, man. I mean, just from my perspective, shit's a really good environment to grow in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that you're able to be in there. So I want to take a listen to one more song because we're at the end of the show here, and then we're gonna listen to one more song, and then we're gonna let him do his little roundabouts of talking about where you guys can follow him and talking about anything up and coming he's got. What is a song you would like to play, brother? Wait, let me pull up that list for you.
Is it time?
Yes.
Is it time
Yes,
for
indeed.
that one?
Yes,
Yo,
indeed.
All right. Oh man, I haven't showed y'all. Y'all didn't hear the. Did you hear Let Me Know? Last time I was here?
I think it was one of those songs you were working on.
Or
Let's
maybe
hear Let Me Know,
did you hear
because-
Roll Like That? The one I had with Lost in the Smoke?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I got
you
that one.
Okay. Yeah, you can do Love for Me.
Oh,
No,
no,
yeah,
I
Love
got
for Me. So this is one I did. You know Khalif Bryant?
It sounds familiar.
Mhm.
He's yeah, so he's actually one of the guys I went to the music academy with. We went to high school together. And he is also one of the people who like inspired me to start making my own solo music. Once we all graduated, or around the time we were graduating, him and a couple other people that we were just hanging around with in the academy, they were all just like
That Nate. That's not the right Nate, is it?
no,
Okay.
that's not the Nate I was talking about. But no, just like before we graduated, they were just like, hey, why don't we start making our own music? And so he was one of those people. And so I saw them do that, and I was like, that should look fun. And then we all got into it.
Music is definitely fun. man.
But yeah, this is a track I recorded with him. I'm going to drop this. I'm going to drop this within.
Hold on,
like,
it's not
within
dropped.
like no, it's not.
How many times
Oh,
I've
wow.
played this?
I know, bro.
All right, well, we're about to find out. Let's
It's
see.
not. I'm sorry.
Wow.
It
Nah, I
will
wanna
be
hear
very soon. Very soon.
That shit hit, boy. Wait.
Baby girl, you still got love for me, still got love for me. Don't know what you could've done for me, could've done for me. Now you got me on the run, shorty, on the run, shorty. Back it up, it's just for fun, shorty, just for fun, shorty. Spending all my time and thinking, looking for a way out. Constant dreams of freedom got me yearning for escape. Now I've been getting higher, bitch, I'm on my elevate. Now you not fucking with me, that's okay, I'm doing great. Now got back to the studio, they fucking with my face. Ask me how I do this shit, I don't know what to say. I've been getting visions, yeah, come to me in waves. Pick up on that pen and I'm possessed, I go insane. Now I keep my feelings, thoughts stay under lock and key. Ain't no seeing me, you fucking with the double C. I love the faces of the people underestimating me. I just give this shit my all and hope it turn up fruitfully. Now I'm making moves, conducting business for my benefits. Crew so tightly knit, I can't remember where the threads begin. Get too close to me and fuck a ride and leave no witnesses. I never trust a bitch, I only trust in Benjamins. Baby girl, you still got love for me, still got love for me. Don't know what you could've done for me, could've done for me. Now you got me on the run, shorty, on the run, shorty. Back it up, it's just for fun, shorty, just for fun, shorty. Baby girl, you still got love for me, still got love for me. Don't know what you could've done for me, could've done for me. Now you got me on the run, shorty, on the run, shorty. Back it up, it's just for fun, shorty, just for fun, shorty.
Watch out, bitch, I'm on a run. You can't stop, but I already done. Pearls dangling off my neck, and she said she's about to come. Can't fuck with Cuban links, less I link with bitches in Havana. Watch your girl, I have no manners. Ebony son, no wedding planner. Nah. You fucking with a Rolling Stone. Please leave me alone, just drop the tab. You talking shit, I swear I rip you bone from bone. Pussy asking all them questions, that's some shit I don't condone. I'm in my Duffy, say it's lucky I get these placements on my own. But give me that, this shit is too easy. Imagine if I give it my maximum energy. Niggas show love, but they envy. They gotta put food on the plate for my mini me. Loving my dog, but we not the same pedigree. No INT, Mr. Iron Khalif. Took all my pain and I put it on beats.
Still got love for me, still got love for me. Don't know what you could've done for me, could've done for me. Now you got me on the run, shorty, on the run, shorty. Back it up, it's just for fun, shorty, for fun, shorty. Baby girl, you still got love for me, still got love for me. Don't know what you could've done for me, could've done for me. Now you got me on the run, shorty, on the run, shorty. Back it up, it's just for fun, shorty, just for fun, shorty.
So I gotta say, I love when artists play with their vocals. Like, yeah, it has a little bit of mix and mastering in it and stuff like that, you know, all that. But this is their actual voice. They talk like this every time. The first time I heard the song, right? I'm thinking it's gonna be this one big brolic ass dude come in here, like real deep ass voice. Then CeCe walks in, and I'm just like,
I'm not gonna lie, you give big teddy bear vibes.
Thank you.
You do. You give teddy bear vibes.
and it was
I love it.
wild. It was just a wild moment. And then when I met Khalif is different. The way he dresses, his style, everything is different.
Khalif is he's got that. I think he's got that, like, he's always had sort of like that superstar personality ever since high school too. He has like that artist confidence. Then I'm still trying to learn how to get that, but he's always been a character for real, and his voice is unique. Like, I think his voice is unique, so that really helps him out. I like his sound, but that's my boy.
I can't believe you didn't release it and didn't say anything.
I'm sorry,
Bro, you know that's already on. That's already out. Like, it's you haven't released it, but it's already
basically
out.
A lot of people have heard it. A lot of people know about it. I've dropped like a bunch of snippets and stuff. I know. I need to drop.
Why haven't you?
Laziness. Also,
Straight like that.
Yeah.
also I've been I've had some issues with my distribution service, and I'm in the process of switching distribution services right now. So once I get that all set up, I'm gonna be dropping that song. I'm gonna drop the one I have with Lost in the Smoke, VA Wave. That's on SoundCloud already, but I'm gonna release it on like all the other platforms as well. But yeah, so hopefully, or not hopefully, soon, very soon, within the month, for sure.
Damn right. All right. Well, tell everybody, what is one piece of advice you would give to anybody up and coming in the music game?
Don't stop, and don't change who you are. Like, keep whatever makes you want to do music, keep that at your core, and you can like change and adapt to whatever comes your way. But as long as you understand and keep, in fact, why you make music and what you make music for, then I think you'll be straight. Just stay true to your sound and yourself.
Damn right. And tell everybody where to find you.
You can find me on most socials at itscc757. That's ITSCC757.
Big facts, big facts. All right, everybody. This has been another beautiful episode of A Chill It's Just a Podcast. Oh, yeah, big announcement. We are nominated for another Podcast of the Year award on the Blendsville Awards. Like, big shout out to A Chill It's Just a Podcast.
Hey, nice.
2 years in a row nominated. And I was also nominated for Best Collab of the Year
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Which collab was it?
Well,
with
yeah,
Lady
what was
Dawn.
Oh, okay.
Something in the water.
I told you, you so
it?
fucking
Hell
late.
yeah, that's awesome, man.
Wait till this thing ends.
You know what? He
Why?
hit me on my inbox telling me I was late earlier.
Why?
The latest
About
fuck.
what?
Because
They announced it on 91.1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause when she
Really?
I
posted
was
it,
in the middle of a
Oh.
session. I couldn't listen.
when she posted it, I was like, "Yo, you late as hell! Like that shit been played already." Like, I was
Well,
like,
I'm
yo.
saying, like, well, I know those songs been on 91.1 since the summer because I fucking submitted it at the beginning of the summer. So it's been up there for,
Right.
and they've been playing it, and I'm pretty sure they're still playing it.
Yeah, they
But,
are
like,
still playing it.
That's
My
awesome.
mom texts me almost every time she hears it.
Yeah,
Is
so
it?
they like that shit. But yeah, nah, it's pretty cool, man. This is big shout out to Blendsville, Ms. Blends. I appreciate you guys for the nominations and just taking time to acknowledge greatness over here. You feel me? And what we doing?
Stay great, Miss Plants.
Anyway, all right, man. Until next week's episode, I don't remember who our guest is off the top of my head. I gotta look at my calendar again, but we have somebody.
That's exciting.
Cece, I appreciate you
Wait.
coming through, man.
Hey, thank you for having
Well,
me.
no, Ty couldn't come
What's
next week because it was.
I don't remember. I gotta look. I have somebody. I gotta look.
Yeah.
I don't
Ty?
remember.
Yeah, because I
Y'all
remember
having
us
time?
talking about it in the studio when we went last time.
He don't even know who Ty
He don't
is,
even-
but it's
he-
all right.
He's
No,
not-
no,
I'm
no,
just-
no, no,
I'm
no,
just-
no,
I'm
no,
messing
no,
with
no,
you.
no. He said he was leaving. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's
Where's
what it
he?
was. That's what it was. So
he said he was
he's
going.
coming
He was going
after
somewhere,
the
and he was gonna. We were gonna set it
Biggie
up for when he
facts.
got back.
facts. You right.
Smiley.
Smiley's
That's who's
Hey,
coming.
you're having
Bam.
Smiley next week?
Yes,
Tough,
that's
tough.
who's coming through. Smiley's
Yup.
coming through. You know what I mean?
That's who it is.
Another
That's
dope
gonna be
producer
cool.
engineer.
Ah, see, I helped you.
All right, guys. Until next week's episode, I appreciate y'all tuning in and Say Chill, it's just a podcast. Peace.